Hey, good morning. Thanks so much for joining me. Just going to be a quick 15-minute practice this morning. So I'm so glad you're here. We talked about not doing aches and pains as we do yoga. And the best way to do that is just becoming mindful and having that mindset that I'm going to focus on my breathing today. Open up that channel of communication in your body that, yeah, you know what, that doesn't feel good today. I'm going to just ease off this pose and not bring the ego into it and go, yeah, you know what, my neighbor's stretching farther than I am. I'm going to be competitive. There's a place for that, but not if you have injuries and that. So as we get older, we just need to let go of that kind of mindset. So as we get mindful, just sitting up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders down and back. You can either have your hands on your knees or in your lap. And let's just start to breathe. Breathing is number one. Agreed? Everybody's got to breathe all the time. So let's just be more mindful. And as we inhale in through our nose and bring it all the way down to our belly, fill it up like a big balloon. And then slowly exhale out our mouth. Let's bring a little bit more rhythm into it. Let's do it for 3. All the way down to your belly. Open up the heart and the throat. And then slowly exhale out your mouth for 3. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale all the way down. And exhale out your mouth. Last time. Inhale it all the way down. And slowly exhale. Sigh it out. Let it go. Okay, and slowly flutter our eyes open, come back into our space. I'm always rotating my wrists and ankles just because it's really nice to do, especially if you're on the computer all day or on your phone even. They just don't get enough love. So just letting that rotate, waking up the shoulders, doing some shoulder rolls, going back, and then going forward. Good. Releasing those shoulders. And still sitting up nice and tall. If you want to switch your crisscross, you can do that at this time. I'm going to do that in a minute. But if you can stay for just another minute or so. We're going to do some arm sweeps. So as we bringing our fingertips down towards the earth and then inhale it up. And then exhale, bring it back down. Inhale up. And exhale. Let's bring it up again. And this time, let's drop this hand over towards the side and coming onto the fingertips or onto your palm, whatever available today. And reaching with that arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, coming over. And maybe there's a bend in that one elbow that's resting towards the ground. Good. And inhale it back up. Let's push off with that hand. Let's bring it up towards the other one. Let's drop that other hand down. Bring it up and over again. This hand's got fingertips or palms. Inhale, exhale, open up that side body. Awesome. Let's inhale it back up again. And this time, let's exhale it down. So bring it all the way forward, bringing those fingertips towards me. Releasing the head, releasing the shoulders. Maybe even get the hips in there. Maybe moving from side to side. Always nice to sway. Just that energy is always flowing. It's not stagnant in one area. Just let it flow. Good. Let's walk those hands back and bring them behind you. And open up that heart towards the sky. Again, releasing the shoulders away from the ears, releasing the jaw. There's an airplane taking some not so happy people back to the airport. That'll be me next week. Good, let's sitting up nice and tall. And remember how I said about uncrossing crossing the legs, bring the other leg in front. Now, if those hips are pretty tight, guys, sit on something. I am traveling right now, so I don't have my props with me, but I've got an extra towel that just brings me, hopefully just a millimeter off, and it seems to do the trick for now. So let's do some arm sweeps again. Inhale it and exhale. Let's inhale it back up. Fingertips come over towards this side again. And up and over with that top arm. Reach, reach, reach. Chin comes in towards your chest. Good. Let's push off with that hand. Bring it towards the other hand. Let's drop the other hand. Fingertips or palm. Reaching with that right hand up and over. Good. Inhale it. Back up a bit. Exhale. Bring it back. Let's push off with that hand. Bring it up. Exhale, let's come forward again. Check out those hips. Oh, does this side feel better or worse than the other? Good. Oh, maybe drop your head down. And walking those hands back in, bring them behind you. Open up the heart again. Drop those shoulders away. Release the jaw. Release any belief that you can't do this. Look at you doing yoga. Rock. Good. Let's sit up nice and tall again. Let's come on to our hands and knees. So I've got that towel I was telling you about. And my knees are going to go right on top of that just for some extra comfort. Fingers right underneath your shoulders. So those fingers are nice and spread, so feeling the four corners of your palm reaching down towards the earth. And we're going to move our hips from side to side just to begin with, back and forth. And just checking things out. Again, this is where we get to be mindful, just checking in with our body today. There's parakeets, I think, this morning. There's macaws up above me. Surprisingly quiet right now. But they're chucking things out of the tree at me. And let's move our hips up towards the top of our mat and back down towards our heels. Nice child's pose here. Let's do that again. Inhale it up and then exhale. And remember, if your range of motion is just here today, that's okay. Move any which way you start to feel any sensation of pain or tingling. Yeah, stop. And just limit that mobility, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. And bringing it back to center. So bringing that belly in towards your spine. Really engage that core. And then as we exhale, round our back up towards the sky, just like a Halloween cat. I like to move my head from side to side, just releasing any tension, relaxing the jaw. And then inhaling, coming forward, looking forward, dropping that belly. See that little arch in that spine there as I inhale, looking forward, lengthening. And then exhale, bringing that back up towards the sky. And this is where I get to release that side body again. Inhale, looking forward, lengthening, letting everything go towards the earth. Exhale, rounding our back. And inhale. And then back to neutral. Okay, so neutral just being everything's in one line. And we've got about 6 more minutes left. So let's extend our right leg straight on back behind us, keeping those right toes tucked. Sorry it's not in the camera. Yeah, so feeling the back of those legs, those hamstrings. Yeah, you got tight hamstrings? Yeah, right? Okay, so this is a really nice way to do it. And our bodies are just like saran wrap. So every night when we go to sleep, that saran wrap just wraps everything together. So we gotta uncling it every morning, okay? So as we do these hamstrings, we like to stay in this pose a little bit longer than usual. Hamstrings are like cats. They're not going to come to you when you ask them, not all of them. So we just kind of have to ignore them, look around, take some breath. Oh, now I can feel that release. Okay, you cannot rush a hamstring just like a cat. Okay, let's bring that knee in. Let's extend that other leg back now, keeping those toes still tucked on the earth. Again, if your wrists are starting to get upset in this pose, just bring it down to your forearms. This is where it's really nice to have the yoga blocks that I have in my course. But like I said, I'm traveling right now, so I'm kind of limited on space. Okay? Okay, so keeping that other leg nice and lengthened. Remember what I said about the cat, just kind of ignore it. Look around, breathe. Yeah, you can release or not, it doesn't matter to me. You gotta be casual about it. Okay. You can kind of feel at some point going, yeah, that doesn't feel as tense as it did. You know, and this is the mindful thing, always checking in. How's that feel now? Oh yeah, that's starting to release. That feels good. Yeah. Awesome. Great, let's bring that other knee in and let's extend that other leg again. And let's start to move our hips. Now it's a little bit more release. We kind of know how that feels. Keeping those wrists right underneath our shoulders. Let's wiggle those hips from side to side. Oh. And let's lift up that leg. Okay, so those toes are pointing down towards the ground and extending that opposite arm to that leg. Okay, so right now I've got my right leg and then I have my left hand coming out of the screenshot and rotating wrists and ankle, going one direction and then the other, extending it a little bit further, and then bring the left hand down, right knee down, and let's do that on the other side. So extending the other leg back and then lifting up that leg and extending that opposite hand. So I've got my right hand, my left leg, and I get to rotate my wrist and ankle again, one direction and then the other, breathing, always breathing. Good. Now bringing that hand down, that knee down, and let's do hip circles again. Go in one direction, and then the other. And then hips up towards the top of your mat, and back towards your heels. Oh, and that feels so good in our lower back with our child's pose. Let's stay there. So checking in with our child's pose today, my knees are about shoulder width apart. Okay, so nice and wide here. Big toes are straight back behind me. And then four arms are going to come down to the earth. Fingers are still nice and spread. And maybe that forehead comes down towards the ground or just hovering. I get to move my head from side to side when I do this. This is just a nice slow release of that lower back and set you up for a great day. Good. Let's inhale back up, come back into that seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Okay. As we sit up nice and tall, shoulders down and back, hands on our knees or in our lap again. Just take a moment and just take in your surroundings wherever you are at this moment, whether it's in your basement, at home, or at work, just taking a quick break. Just checking in, just being thankful of the breath that comes in and releases out. Good. So there's your yoga practice. 15 minutes right on the dot. Have an awesome day.